Okay, good. Do your best to cut perfectly straight, all the way from the tip of the leaf to the stem. The goal is to make a clean incision all the way along that central vein. That's where the juices are the most potent. That's... Oh, try to hold your hand a little steadier. You're wobbling a bit. No, it's okay. We have plenty of goblin ears to work with. It's a very common plant, as I'm sure you know. It's a little bit more difficult to extract magic and blue fluids from it than others, but if you learn how, you'll never have a shortage of healing potions. Okay, now that you've made the incision, crush the leaf with the side of the knife. You have to do it gently, pushing slightly towards the base of the leaf. If you don't, you'll water the juices down with the weaker stuff. Yeah, that won't work. You pressed too hard. No, it's alright. Don't be discouraged. Here, let's try again. Okay, let's get another... Oh. Did you only put one leaf in the middle of a water bath? No, don't worry. I forgot to specify. That's on me. I'll tell you what. Let's take a break and have some tea while the leaves soak. Sure. I made sure to heat some water up ahead of time. Well, thank you. That's one of the traits of a good alchemist, you know. Always being prepared. Come, let's sit on the couch, where we'll be more comfortable. While we let the tea steep, how about we go back over the basics of alchemy? I know, but it's important to know them by heart. So the first step is... preparation. Good. Sometimes we can skip that step with minerals that have magical properties, but for magical plants and animals, it's absolutely vital. They often go to great lengths to keep their magical essence protected, so you need to prepare the ingredients to get as much out of them in the next step. Speaking of which, what is the next step? Exactly. Extraction is essentially what makes alchemy. Pulling the magical essence out of ingredients allows you to make all sorts of things. As such, it's the most important step to get right. That's why I'm starting you off with an ingredient which is slightly more complicated for the extraction process. It's the fastest way to become a good alchemist. I'm not trying to get rid of you. You can be my apprentice as long as you like, but the faster you progress, the sooner we can get to the really fun stuff. Okay, what's the last step? That's okay. The exact wording isn't important as long as you get the general principle behind it. Incorporation is the word you're looking for. Incorporation is where you imbue something. That something is called the reagent, with the essence you extracted. Sometimes the reagent needs some preparation of its own in order to receive the essence. Other times a catalyst is required to complete the incorporation. There. That wasn't so bad, was it? And we finished just in time, too. I think the tea is ready. You know, I think I told you this before, but making tea is a little bit like alchemy. Do you think you could guess which step is which? Close. I'd say the preparation step is when we cut and dry the herbs and boil the water. Extraction is when we steep the herbs in the water, and incorporation is when we pour it out, add the sugar and milk and whatever else. Yeah? See? It makes a lot more sense when you think of it that way. Alchemy is more fun than making tea, in my opinion, but the end products are usually more practical than enjoyable. Hope you like the tea as much as I do. Good. But you have a bit of a sour expression. What's the matter? I see. Well, don't beat yourself up about it too much. If alchemy was something you could do perfectly on the first try, everyone would be doing it. You know, this is the same recipe my teacher started me off with, and let me tell you, it was just as frustrating for me. I went through, probably 5 leaves before I had even a passable result, and that was just the extraction step. That's the funny thing. Technically, the extraction step is supposed to be the hardest part of the recipe, but for me, I really struggled with the incorporation. It's really more of an art than science. Personally, I think you'll excel when you get to that step, though. Sure. You already seem to have a knack for finding really good magical ingredients. Usually it takes a lot more experience to learn how to pick the best ones, but you seem to do it instinctively. I have a theory about that. Ultimately, what makes a good alchemy ingredient is a powerful magical essence. I think you have an innate talent to sense magic. Can't be completely sure about it, but I think it's pretty likely. And that means you have some strengths I don't. I tend to be rather scientific in my approach to alchemy, but magic is an important aspect of it, and I think you could tap into the mystical side of it. Oh, absolutely. I really mean that. I think we could make an incredible team. I know you aren't really looking to become a career alchemist, but if you ever change your mind, I reckon we could go really far together. So, how are you feeling? Ready to give it another go? Great. The leaves should have soaked for long enough now. Come here, let's try again. Okay, so take the leaf and make the incision. Yes, there you go. Better. Not perfect, but you cut a lot straighter this time. That'll make it easier. Okay, let's try crushing it again. Remember, gently pressing towards the base. You're doing much better, but be a little bit more gentle. It's a delicate plant, especially after the soak. You don't need as much force at all. Just a little bit more. There! You did it! Well, it wasn't perfect, of course. The healing potion will be a bit weak, but it will definitely be serviceable. I'm really impressed. You picked this up so fast. Oh, that's sweet. Maybe I am a pretty good teacher, but being a good teacher only matters if they have a good student. Okay, let's keep this momentum going into the incorporation step. We just need some of the mineral water we used in the bath. Pour it into the vial about 2/3 of the way. Next step is going to happen pretty fast, so be ready. You're going to pour all of the juices you extracted into the vial, close it up quickly, and start swirling it around to mix it. You mostly want to go in a figure-8 motion, but it gets more complicated. It's unique every time. Without going into detail, the exact mineral contents of the plants and water affects how much it needs to be stirred. That's why we use the same water we put the goblin's ear in. It equalizes the mineral amounts to make it a bit easier. But to make a successful potion, you need to watch it very carefully. If you're doing it right, it will begin to turn red. If it starts turning clear again, you need to adjust. It's something you need to get a feel for. Alright, give it a try. You'll know when you're finished when it stops changing colour. Unlike the crushing, this part needs a bit more force. You can stir it faster. Good. Good. Oh, look at that beautiful shade of red. You're doing so well. And you've done it. My word, you made a potion on your second attempt. I really think you have a knack for this. Let's see. I'll appraise it for you just to see how well you did. Yep, as I thought. This is a lesser healing potion. Don't be disappointed. I don't think there's ever been an alchemist whose first potion wasn't of lesser quality. That's just how it goes. You should be proud you even managed to make a potion at all on your first day. And lesser potions have their uses. If you use a really strong potion for a small injury, you can get some unpleasant side effects. Jitters, dizziness, that sort of thing. So you really want a lesser potion for that sort of thing, like a cut. Anyway, I think I was right. To do so well incorporating it, you must have some kind of magical sense. I'll be interested to see how it develops. Well, I'd set aside a lot more time for this. Maybe we should have a lesson on exactly how these steps lead to a potion? On second thought, I think you've earned a break. How about I make us a victory dinner? Or, I guess more like a victory lunch. Great. I think I have everything I need. You go pour yourself some more tea while you wait. Hey, I'm really proud of you. I'm happy you became my apprentice.